Story: the student's apartment. That day, I woke up and my whole body was pouring sweat. I couldn't catch my breath. My chest was heaving as if I was in a running race. I tried to occupy my mind with anything. So I looked around nervously, and at that moment I thanked God that it was a nightmare and not real. But how can nightmares be so real? Her appearance won't leave my mind. Her clothes are torn. Half of her face is burned, and her whole body is messed up. Her looks at me were terrifying. I have been in the same condition for 2 days. As soon as I close my eyes and go to sleep, I see her standing next to my bed and she comes close to me comfortably to strangle me. She says very strange words. I don't understand anything from them. I didn't hurt her, nor do I know her for her to say, "You have to die, you will die, and you will be the beginning, you have to, you die." I tried to think several times if there was any relationship between us or if I even knew her from afar, but no. The matter started to become worrying to me from the first time. And I took a room by myself in the apartment anyway because I have trouble sleeping. As if I lacked what comes to me in my nightmares as well, suddenly the door of the room opened. I jumped out of the bed and scratched myself. As if everything around me vowed to kill me from the shock. I looked at the one who was standing next to the door. At that moment she extended her hand and turned on the light and said to me, "Why are you doing this? Is there something wrong?" No, I'm fine, I was just scared, nothing more." "Okay, because Fajr is about a quarter of an hour away, we can barely have sahur, or are you not fasting?" "I will fast, but I don't feel like eating." "Why, my daughter, we have you figured out with us, I swear. My stomach hurts a little, please leave me alone. I don't want to eat or see anyone." "As you wish, Wafa, but none of us upset you or stepped on your side." "I know, Rama, and thank you for caring about me." "You're welcome." She left the room and closed the door behind her. But she left the light on. Maybe this is the only good thing she did by entering my room. I looked around anxiously, and as soon as I felt reassured, she stretched my body on the bed and kept looking at the ceiling. My eyes were at a certain point not moving from it, to the point that I saw her face drawn on the ceiling. She opened it and closed it but didn't find anything, and here I understood that it might be hallucinations because of the nightmare I saw. After a while I heard the sound of the dawn call to prayer. I got up from the bed slowly and went into the bathroom and performed ablution, but as I was leaving I heard their voices laughing. I was with Sandos and Rama in the apartment. The apartment originally had 2 rooms, a hall, a kitchen and a bathroom. It was supposed to house 4 girls, each 2 girls in a room, but because I have problems sleeping, I decided to take this room for myself. And by my comfort. As for Sandos and Rama, they were together in the other room. The sound of their laughter was really provocative for me. Because it was night and the noise was going on, and no one outside the apartment knew who was laughing. I blew angrily and went into my room. I didn't want to cause problems with them. I said to myself, "Enough, girl, what you're going through, Wafa." As soon as I entered the room, I smelled a really strange smell. A bad smell that wasn't pleasant at all. I tried to look for its source, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything, so I opened the windows and put down the prayer rug and started praying, but unfortunately I couldn't concentrate at all. I decided to close my eyes and said maybe this way I can concentrate more, but unfortunately when I closed my eyes and opened them I saw her standing in front of me. I gasped loudly and left the prayer saying, "I seek refuge in God from the accursed Satan. I seek refuge in God." I stood for 2 minutes lost, not feeling anything or knowing what was happening around me. I couldn't swallow my saliva from the tension, but in the end I grabbed the prayer rug and spread it out again and tried to pray again because it had disappeared, but unfortunately the same thing happened again. I couldn't run to the door and escape because it was standing between me and it, and I certainly wouldn't throw myself out of the window because we were on the 7th floor. I was looking at everything around me with fear and tension. I remained standing in place this time and didn't know what to do or where to go, but suddenly she screamed in my face and I woke up shaken by the sound of the alarm clock ringing. I grabbed it to turn it off, but it fell from my hand, which was shaking in a strange way. I thought that everything I had been through was a nightmare, until I saw the prayer rug lying on the floor. At that moment, I remembered everything and was sure that everything that had happened wasn't a nightmare or anything. So what? How did I get to the bed, sleep and wake up? Who carried me and what happened? The last thing I thought of was that she screamed in my face and then I felt very dizzy and the world went black. I was trying to gather any detail that would make me understand what was happening to me. But unfortunately the headache was going to blow my mind. I got out of bed and went out and asked the girls for painkillers. They hadn't gone to university yet. Rama opened her bag and gave me 2 Panadol tablets and Sandoz got me a glass of water so I could take the painkillers. They gathered around me and Rama patted me and said, "You look tired like every day. Didn't you sleep too or what?" I shook my head and said to her, "I can't sleep at all. Maybe because I'm not used to the place. You look like a biscuit, not like us. We can sleep normally on public transportation. I really can't sleep if I change my place, even my aunt and uncle, I can't sleep at their place, that's why I always stay at home. But living here is against my will, I won't go from Cairo to Alexandria every day." At that moment, Sandoz entered the conversation and said, "Okay, Wafa, don't worry, she got lost and we found her, I have the solution for what you're in." I raised my head and said to her eagerly, "What's this solution? I've tried a lot of things, including sleeping to white noise, but I still couldn't sleep. White noise and empty talk, what about you two? You take a sedative, my mother takes this sedative, and to reassure you, it doesn't make you sleep. But it prepares the body for sleep, it will make you sit on the bed completely calm and not move. And it's normal for the body to fall asleep if it remains still for a certain period without moving. Okay, and what about this tranquilizer, Aman? Won't it affect my nerves or anything? I hear a lot of bad things about these things." "No, my lady, Aman, I'm telling you, my mom takes it." "Okay, great, tell me its name so I can get it." "It doesn't work without a prescription. So what are we going to do next?" "I'll get it for you like this from A.